tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself of a time when in spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when
Tried so hard and got so
Yeah, I should probably remove that, huh? Check 1 2, check 1 2, test test test. Okay, let's go to the comments. Let's make sure you can hear me okay. Am I coming across all right? Once again, as usual, unplanned to come on. My other co-hosts are unavailable at the moment. One might possibly join us. We'll see. It's been a busy day for everybody out here. Okay, good. All right, so let's test your comments. Hello, Shelby. Hello, Joyce. Good, loud and clear. Megan, how are you? Hey, Megan. Do me a favor. Will you hit me up after the show's over? You sent me a message yesterday about wanting to get involved with MindFix TV. It'd be, yeah, I'd like to talk to you about that. I don't know because it looks like your husband's a Packers fan, but that's cool because I always did like Green Bay, so you're good to go. All right. Hello, everybody. How are you? Good, good, good. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. For those who are new, my name is Bruce Snyder. Back in the day, I used to go by a fictitious name, Julian Edward. I never talk about that. I haven't mentioned Julian Edward for a long time. It's because I'm on correct me if I'm wrong. I'm on 29 accounts. This is my 29th Facebook account. I have two other ones. I only had one, but I have two other ones that are out there. They're just lying dormant, if you will, in case I lose this one. And it's going to look like I'm going to lose it. And it looks like some of you are about to lose yours as well. And I'm going to explain. Not only am I going to go over some of the news today, okay, we are going to talk about something that's about to hit the news and hit the news hard, and that is Mr. Mel Gibson. Okay. If you've seen the video, if you've heard the things about Mel Gibson and what's about to be released, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, stick around. I was going to tell you that. Stick around. So I'd like to say a few things first and foremost. Let me get the plug out of the way first. Okay. Let me do that cheap plug and get it out of the way. This show's not about that. This show's not about complaining. I've done enough of that. Came on the air, talked about my health issues. Thank you, everybody, for praying for me. I appreciate it. And the only thing I ask in return, just keep me in your prayers when you're either when you're in bed at night or you're kneeling on the side of your bed at night. I still try to kneel, but my from my hockey days, I've had knee surgeries, and it's hard for me to kneel nowadays. So God and I have an arrangement when I pray. But other than that, just keep me in your prayers. I really appreciate it because there is a lot going on. The attacks are going to come. The attacks are going to come, and what I mean by that is the blackouts. A blackout necessarily does not mean we're going to go in the dark. Your lights are going to go out. What am I going to do? I don't think that's going to be it at all. I really don't. I think the term blackout means a number of things. One being redactions, like the FBI has been doing, blacking out things, like the Kennedy assassination. When they released that, the whole thing was filled with black magic marker, completely blacked out, and also a blackout in the news media. They control, as we all know, I don't have to tell any of you, they control the news media. There'll be a blackout there. But I think we're getting to that point now where it's so critical, they're not going to be able to ignore it. So, what are they going to do to have a blackout? I don't have the answer for that. Okay. So we'll find out. I mentioned Space Force before because back in April of last year, it was official that all of the military branches turned over everything that they have to Space Force. Space Force runs everything now for all other of the four military branches. Okay. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and all the satellites. Put it this way, they run everything when it comes to our telecommunications. In other words, right now, they can put on your TV every channel you have and cut into it. They can even do Netflix, in Prime, your cell phone, this podcast. If it's being broadcast anywhere, they have the ability to break in and play what they want on a 24/7 loop. I've always said that's what's going to happen. You're not going to have the luxury of having the internet and watching your TikTok videos or whatever people do. You're going to have to sit down for those who are asleep, and they are going to awaken you. And a day is coming like that. Now, last night, for those who are new, all right, let me explain. I've been doing this a very long time. Of course, I won't go into great detail, but I'm only because I've noticed a lot of new people. Welcome to the family. This is really a patriot family here. Okay, I'm a graduate of broadcasting school in the early '90s. I did this. I worked in news. Not I didn't work for networks here local. I'm from Cleveland. I was more of an independent contractor, if you will. They're called stringers. They call on me when they need things done, or I only did the feel good stories, or I covered like the mayor's campaign or something like that. I never covered bad news, shootings, whatever, anything bad news. I said I'm not doing it, but I'll cover any other story you want. So I did that, and I traveled all over and did a lot of feel good stories, and that was pretty cool, real cool. So that's my background, and let me go ahead and hide the current. Everybody who's all right, dude, bring it on. Yes, I'm going to bring it on. I sent a few your way. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 Sue. Hello, 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 Marianne. Hello, hello, Bruce and all. Bruce and all. Okay, we'll keep an eye on your. What's this? I just had EVS sound sound, but that's it. Nothing up here. Just the sound over and over. Don't freak out about that EBS. I promise you, there's not one EBS test out there. Oh, there's my phone. I want to show you something. I'll even show you the phone number. There's a 3. Is that coming up? 330. I get at least, and I'm not exaggerating, 30 of these a day because my area code on my phone is 330. So I don't answer them because they're all spam calls. It is annoying as can be. So sorry about that. I'm going to turn down the volume. And that notice was 3 people just started following you on Rumble. Thank you to everybody who follows me on Rumble as well. That is MindPix TV. MindPix TV. First of all, MindPix Entertainment is my production company. MindPix TV is our brand, and that's what you're watching us on. So we want to get to things going and get to news. And boy, do I want to get to Mel Gibson. When I saw this, I was really happy because I remember when our Operation Underground Railroad, they posted a picture of Mel. And I know that Mel was, I can tell you this much before we get into Mel, what's coming. And this is truth, what's coming. But before I get into that, we'll go over a couple things. But Mel did help on Sound of Freedom. Pretty much during the post production, which means the editing process when it was done and when it was filmed, and as the industry says, in the can. So he was part of the editing process. I do know that much. Okay. But there's something big coming from Mel, and we're going to talk about that. I have video from the people who I highly respect, and those are the folks over at Redacted. If you do not watch Redacted, please, they're on YouTube. The husband and wife that do a show called Redacted. It's spelled just like it sounds, REDACTED. Watch that show. They do an incredible job. They obviously put a lot of money into it. Their set is beautiful. The production quality is awesome, and I admire that. I envy that. So, not in a sinful way, but I do admire that very much. So, just let me get my plug out of the way, please, and then we'll get started here, and we'll catch up. We'll play Grassley's clip, mind blowing. I'll touch on China and Cuba today, mind blowing. Okay. Last night I talked about, I had no idea any of this was coming today, but I said, we are in. I feel it. I knew it. I said, we are in for something big coming. You go back, look at my timestamps, read those, what I said last night. I hardly ever post a prayer. And last night I posted the prayer, and I prayed for all of us and for the Lord to watch over us, because I know something's about to give, and it's giving, and here we are. So, my cheap plug out of the way. There will be a crew of us going to Texas. Most of you know this. We'll be leaving in July. My father, who is a veteran, was in Vietnam. That's why I wear a Navy hat a lot. He was in the Navy. Every hat that I normally wear was his. He had collections of hats. I wear them to honor him. Sometimes they say Vietnam veteran, and I forget. And I go to the grocery store, and people say, "Thank you for my service." I said, "Oh, whoa." I said, "You're thanking my father." So it's not me. But Dad passed away in December, and we had to wait until the warm months to bury him out at our military cemetery, and that will happen on July 7th. Right after that, I'm trying to book this for July 9th. It could be the 10th. It depends on tickets and availability. But I want to get out there the second week of July, out to Texas. Now, here's what we're doing. We're filming a documentary. I've been in touch with many people already, from people who live there to retired law enforcement. We have plenty of invites to come to their place, people willing to talk and finally tell. They've talked to the mainstream media. I've talked to folks who live out there, and the mainstream media, they cut it or they don't even air it because they are controlled. The mainstream media is a dying breed. The new breed is social media, not this one on Facebook, but places like Twitter. That is a future. And I'm sure there's another one coming out there too, but that is the future. There's guys like the guys that I promote and talk about at Pop Talk. Those are two American patriots, three guys actually, American patriots who are doing everything they can to give an alternative to everyone like you to get away from Facebook and all their censorship. So, with that said, we're going to Texas. There is a fundraiser going. I did not know we were going to Texas. It happened awfully quick, and we decided we're going to put out 3 documentary films. And this ties into Mel Gibson, what you're about to hear. We're going to put out 3 documentary films. We're going to try to do one every and release one every 2 months till the end of the year. So one in July we'll film, and we'll edit through August, and we'll release in August, and then September we'll film a second one. We don't know what we're going to do it on, but we're going to take the most popular subject and something that the people want to see. Where do you want us to go next? We'll take a vote. Overwhelmingly, you all asked us to go to the southern border. we're going to go to the southern border. We're not going there just to film what you see on Fox News and somebody talking. Okay. And by the way, real quick, let's bring this up too. You'll see Natasha quite a bit. Okay. She is come on the MindFix team. She's a huge advocate for saving the children, the child Save Our Children movement, human trafficking. She's also an actress. She's worked in production. She's produced. She's directed. So she's the whole package. And this is when I was looking for someone to be the person on camera and film when they're doing the interviewing, because I don't want to do that. And it just happened and it worked out. And that's how the Lord works. So we look forward to that. You'll see the only time you'll see me and the crew is when it's all over. Because at the end of the night, we'll give you guys an update what happened that day. We'll give you a little insight. Hopefully, we don't get into any danger. We don't plan on to, but we have some plans in the works. And I don't want to say them on the air, but they are a little dangerous. But I could tell you this, one of the biggest things that we're going to do, I'm going to keep Natasha out of the way for this. She's probably listening right now. I'm more interested in footage. There's going to be times when I won't need interviews. It will be capturing things on film. Okay. And I can tell you this, we are going to find out a way to follow where these children are going that are unaccompanied by people who play their parents. I don't if I have to go to we saw that famous footage of them being trafficked from Catholic Charities, and it was Alex Jones and somebody else, another pedestrian. They jumped on a car. They almost beat the guy, but they didn't. That were taking these children. So where are you taking these children? He had no answer. And the answer was each children was probably worth a few $1,000s a piece. And that's where he was taking them to, whoever that person was buying the children. And that's the reality of it. And this leads right into Mel Gibson for what's coming. So real quick, all I want to say is if you can go to, okay, only if you can, I'll put on the banner at the bottom. Okay. So the banner at the bottom, it says, help support our trip to Texas to film our documentary on the border crisis. Simply go to Give Send Go at MindFix TV. There it is, www.givesendgo.com/MindFixTV. Okay. We do need to raise a certain amount. I said around 10,000 first. It's probably everything costs more. It is. We're going to fly there. And we're going to rent a big, large van so we don't need separate cars. We have the crew in the entire van, and we can carry our equipment. We got to have blacked out windows, and we need to have enough ports for charging because we're going to be out there a lot. I know it's hot in Texas. I haven't been to Texas before. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody who lives there. If you live in Texas, if you're anywhere near El Paso, and there's other places I've been informed that we're going to go there. Okay. So if you have it in your heart, you'd like to give and help us out, realistically, we're probably going to have to raise. I said 10, then I said maybe 12.5 around there. Right around there, it'll be the budget. So we got to pay for the airfare. I have to pay my crew daily, no question about that. And then lodging, travel expenses. We have a couple people who said they were going to put us up too when we're in their neck of the town. But see, we're not going to be in just El Paso or one city all the time. We're going to be on the move on a daily basis. I want to move towards Arizona as well. So we are going to be busy. We're going to be out there minimum 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks. That's the goal, is to get it done, come home and edit it. So that's it. That's my plug for the evening. So if you'd like to give, we can really use the help. It would help fund our trip. And when we get back, by the end of August, it will be shot, edited, done, and ready for worldwide release. Okay. So that is the plan there. All right. So if we go to this here, so let's go once more right here. All right. This was the big one today. Big. It was huge. All right. And as soon as I read the first sentence, I said right away, oh my goodness, this is it. Now that the seal in quotations, and you notice everything's capitalized, is broken. In addition to closing the border and removing all the criminal elements that have illegally invaded our country, making America energy independent and even dominant again, and immediately ending the war between Russia and Ukraine, I will listen to this. I will appoint a real special counsel, real special prosecutor to go after the most corrupt president in the history of the USA. Joe Biden, the entire Biden crime family, and all others involved with the destruction of our elections, borders, and country itself. Now, I'm going to say something on the air. I think I was wrong. Okay. But I'm partially right. I don't think Donald Trump will become our president prior to the official election in November of 2024. Okay. I've been adamant about that. After today, all right, I believe something is going to happen. None of us knows how this works. We can simply sit here and everybody can act like they have the answer. If somebody has the real answer, can give it to me in black and white, give it to me, because not one of us living and breathing right now have ever been through this before. Ever. The United States has never been through something like this. So I found it quite odd for Joe Biden to be getting a root canal today. I did blame it on, I told somebody today, it's from his fall. He did something. Of course, he wrote, pretty much got up and he was embarrassed. I said, wait till the morning. He's going to be hurting like oh heck. That's a possibility. Okay. That's a theory right now. Okay. And the whole root canal thing today, and they put out an article that Kamala Harris, they're not invoking the 25th Amendment or whatever it was. What is it? It's 25, isn't it? Not 26, 25th Amendment. But Kamala Harris was handling Joe Biden's daily schedule because he's getting a root canal. I find it to be a bunch of BS. It's just an excuse. Something else is going on. Now, I am very much willing, because I've always said I'm one of those channels. You come here, I don't talk about dead people. I don't talk about military tribunals because I have no proof. I don't talk about people in masks. I have showed a couple that I have questioned, but it's not enough for me. And this is why I stick to the truth. It's not enough. But if we see Joe Biden again, there is a strong possibility. Now, I don't buy into the whole thing that Joe Biden's dead. I see those all the time. He's been dead since 2020 because this person said it. Just because this person said it doesn't mean it's proof. Give me concrete proof. All right. None of this hearsay stuff. You don't come here for hearsay. You come here for truth. You don't watch Fox. You don't watch CNN or MSNBC because all you get all day is bullshit all day long, 24/7 BS. I try to set myself apart. This is why I picked out a fabulous team that has come together. And I'm very grateful for every single one of them because they also believe in the truth and they don't have any egos as well. And that's why it's very important. We said we are ego free here. We're here to deliver the truth, and we have a format on how to do that. And we're all in agreement with that. So, with that said, there is a possibility, all right, if that Joe Biden may be a double in the next day or two. All right. It's possible. All right. Now, a president having a double and a triple actor, that is not a conspiracy theory. They all had them. Every one of them. They all had them. Lots of presidents, lots of kings and queens, and they all have doubles for them to go out. I've seen Putin's double. You could tell the difference if you look hard enough, but that's for their safety precaution. I mean, what a job that is. Be my double. You're going out there in case so I don't get shot and killed. Reminds me of the movie Dave, when Dave took the place of the president. Remember that movie, Dave, the comedy? That was funny. So, but all right. So I'm gonna go to your comments. I can't do it now because I'll lose my train of thought. Okay. I don't want to do that. So I'll start sounding like Biden. So with that said, when Trump said now the seal is broken, Okay. What he means is the unsealing. Okay. Now, oh boy, I'm on YouTube, aren't I? Oh boy. Let me try something. Okay. Sorry. If you're watching me on YouTube, I need you to go ahead and leave YouTube, go watch me on Rumble, or go here to Facebook on my Facebook page, because I'm about to eliminate YouTube because they will not allow me to show what I'm about to show. They are very strict of it, and my channel will be taken down, and I'll lose everything again. So if you're on YouTube, I'm leaving YouTube right now.